Yeah, so we have these bar collars, which are so what these things are. They go on the end of the bars, and so you might find some, you know, on the end of the bar or over here. But they are really located in this little bucket over here, which they can be put, or if they're in like a place that makes sense, like that's fine as well. So yeah, foam rollers. They have two locations. These over here, where they can be, and also in the functional fitness area as well. In terms of belts, they're kind of located over here. Another thing, there are some additional weights they can be added to machines. For example, which are about like 5 pounds. They're just added on the side. Right there. Okay. So the bars can be put in over here. Two things but they can be put over there too. As well as there's another bumper location right here. This is actually not supposed to be in there, but we'll take that out. Okay. We have some more locations for kettlebells. So right here. And some jumper boxes. Kind of over here. This foam normally goes on the outside in the functional fitness area, but again, with use, you know, people put it kind of everywhere. So I'm going to go over some more fitness centers maintenance in this video. So first is going to be the rule of threes. So on every kind of machine rack, we want to have 3 of each weight. So for example, you can see there's 3 25s here. And so just on this machine, see here's 2, not ideal, you want to have 3. Right? And so when we have 3 on each of them, 3 of them. So we have other weights as well, which are bumpers. And so these go over here. And then we also have some more located in the functional fitness area on the outside, where you can find some more bumper points. Okay. Otherwise, you have rule of threes on each of the machines. Any excess can go on the trees. Located here, and in the back. Dumbbells can be found on the racks, and they're labeled right here, as you can see. Exactly what amount of weight is on there, and they're just located over here. So you can just put those over here, as well as by the mirror. Okay. Over. So this is another location where the accessories can be found in the back room. And again, these can just be put right up there. Or if they're a little bigger, they can be added back over here. But that's only if there's like the other 2 locations where the accessories are filled. But otherwise, try to kind of have it more organized and just put it on the floor. Yeah. We have some additional places for some bumper plates over there. These foam rollers over here. Any kind of heights go in this corner, where they can kind of go in the barbell, not the barbell, but the bar locations on the machines. Kettlebells could live over here. as well as medicine balls. We also have our yoga balls here too. And the Bosu balls. So these kind of half-inch balls also stay in this functional fitness area. So yoga mats you put here on the side, or alternatively, right outside of the door. And also, these go at the front desk, and they're kind of color coded by which band goes with each kind of column.
All right, we're gonna show you how to properly clean the machines. So the first thing we're gonna show you here is the treadmill. So you definitely wanna get all these high touch spaces up here. You know, this is where people are touching with their hands, they're dripping sweat on and all that stuff. So you wanna make sure you get a good wipe down of these spaces up here, coming across that. You might even get the screen very lightly, but if you do the screen, get the wet side first and then take the dry side. And just make sure you kind of dry that screen. That'll help prevent like that build up and whatnot. The other spots, we want you to do a quick swipe down the sides, because a lot of people are sweating or stepping on that and getting dirty, but they're not thinking to wipe this. So you want to get a wipe there. Then we also want you to get in here and wipe over top of where the motor is. Again, a lot of people are going to sweat on this area, but they're not going to think to clean this area. So on the bikes, you're going to want to get the seat, obviously the most touched spot on a bike. You're going to want to get the controls, screen. Again, with our newer ones here, you're going to get that dry side. You're also going to want to focus on some of this like in between. So like they're going to sweat downwards. So you want to get in here, want to get down in here every so often. So like you can see this one hasn't been washed in a little bit. So like every so often you'll start to see dust and things collect here. So if you see it looking pretty dusty, then go ahead and get the legs of the bike as well. But that doesn't have to happen every time, just if it looks like it's a bit dusty. And same thing, you can kind of see right down in here behind the bike, this is starting to look a little dusty, so we're gonna go ahead and clean that area too, just because it looks dusty, but it doesn't have to happen every time. As you move to the upright bike, you're getting seat, getting handlebars and controls, getting the screen area, charging area, getting that dry side, getting down in here where people will put their equipment, like their phone and whatnot. You can see a lot of sweat just kind of accumulating there. And the same thing as that bike. You can see a lot of this center area starting to collect either dust or sweat or both. So we want to make sure we're getting that on a regular basis. That's going to help with longevity of equipment, and it's also just going to keep it looking cleaner longer. Then we look at the recumbent bike. So you're going to go seat, controls. You're going to get high touch area, such as the screens, again with that dry side. And then you got just a little bit of center area, so you're gonna get kind of down in here and right in there. And that should be good for that. And then last but not least are the ellipticals. So ellipticals, high touch area, is where their hands are gonna go. Getting that bar all the way through. Controls. Screen, flipping for that dry side. And then on these, like you definitely want to get the inside of these bars, but then you kind of use your judgment. Like, is it looking bad? Is it dusty? Is it dirty? So like you can see, like we've got some stuff building up there, so like we want to get that today. you know, but if they're looking pretty good, you don't necessarily have to get all of these things. Next, we're going to show you how to clean the Ascents and the Stairmasters or step mills. So on the Ascents, you want to get, obviously, again, the high touch areas. So getting in here where all the hands are going to touch. Same thing, getting that screen, but then getting the dry side, just to take some of that back off. And then on here, you also want to go all the way down the arms and come back up these arms. Those are going to be areas that they sweat on as well. So you want to make sure you're getting in there. And then these areas down here are also going to get a lot of sweat on it, but they're not going to think to clean this spot. So you're going to want to get those areas as well. So getting this long leg here, getting the leg connected to the foot, and then just getting around the foot. We don't expect you to clean where they actually stand, but getting around it where that sweat's going to hit. Then moving over here to the step mill, you're going to get the railings going up, both of them. You have to get on the machine, get some of these high touch places up here, like the railings and the control system. Again, getting that screen, and then getting it with the dry side. And you're also going to want to get in here again. There's a lot of sweat, a lot of dust is going to collect there. Again, the users aren't going to think to get that space. And then you can kind of see these sweat rails coming down. So like this is actually meant to collect sweat and deposit it down this way. So make sure you're cleaning those as you work through these machines as well. All right, now I'm going to show you how to do these Cybex arcs. With these, you're going to get these long arms coming up. You're going to get these holes where they hold it, and then you're just going to come across the screen like so. So nothing too crazy with these. All right, we're going to teach you how to clean the stuff in room 1 now. So if you look at the assisted dip, you're just going to clean the handles here for the dip. You're going to clean what they stand on. You're going to clean what they use to step up on. Probably do that last, but then you're going to come up here and you're going to get the pull-ups, so what they're holding on to for the pull-ups. Those are the necessary spots. Other things, just depending on how they look, like you might look and see, like, is this bar looking rough? Is any of this looking dusty? So just based on appearance, you might get the rest of that. This guy really won't have anything because it's all attachment based, so you don't have to worry about this side at all. On any of the Matrix machines that we now have, you're going to get those high touch areas. So the seat, basically all these padded areas, we're going to need to get those nice and clean. This, you know, go by appearance, if it looks rough, get it. Same thing with where they're putting their feet. It's starting to look pretty dirty, go ahead and get it. So same thing, like seat and pads. So wherever you see those pads on those Matrix machines or the Life Fitness machines, that's what you want to clean, because that's what everybody's touching. So here in room 2, you're going to have a little bit less to clean because you're mainly focused on padded areas or benches. So like over here on the leg press, and you're just going to get where they're laying and where they're grabbing. So these grips here, you don't have to worry about the rest unless it's really looking rough. And any of these spaces like Smith machine, again, you're looking at the bench, and you might give the bar just a quick swipe through. So over here, bench, you know, your row machine is going to be padded area. You're looking at the handles here. Your calf machine, same thing. You're just looking at the padded areas. And you might get like the control lever there type of a thing. So nothing too crazy in room 2. And then we'll go into the back room and kind of show you what is expected back here. So very similar to room 2. You're gonna get all the benches, just make sure the surface of the benches are nice and good. You know, you come over here to the Preacher, you're gonna get this padded area nice and good, so just make sure you get that. If we're on the racks, so same thing, you know, you're gonna look at benches in the racks, you might give the bar a quick wipe down. If the safety arms are looking a little rough, you might give the safety arm a quick wipe down, but nothing too crazy back here. If it looks like the base of the rack is getting pretty dusty, you might give that a wipe down that one time, but otherwise, it's a lot of high touch surfaces in the back room area.